Right. Good afternoon, everyone. It is Sunday. We're officially in October. So nice. We're getting some fall weather here finally, which is so nice. I'm so excited for things to cool off. And we put up all our Halloween decorations yesterday. So today I'm going to work on this sugar skull. I got this shaped Santorini from Rock Inman Inspirations on Facebook. It's linked in the description in case you want to get some. She does all kinds of awesome shaped Santorinis, very quick shipping, very reasonably priced. Highly recommend. So check her out. Her name is Talise Inman. So I imagine there will be lots of cool Christmas things. I need to go in there and look around and see what I can spend some money on. So I did kind of start lining things out, and I traced some circles for the eyes just because I wanted them to be nice and round. I am going to be using my Doodle Art neon acrylic paint pen set for this. I really, really like these. They come in both the broad tipped and the fine point tipped, and they're fun. I had a lot of fun with these when I got them, and I figured they would make a pretty cool sugar skull. So, and then I have some black pens too to do some accents and possibly a little bit of glitter paint because it's me and glitter paint and me are best pals. So anyhow, let me know when you're here. Say hi in the comments. We'll see if we have our regular crew, our Sunday crew. And I'm just going to take some of these broad tipped colors out. Actually, I think this orange one died because it got left unscrewed and dried up. Is this the one? Yep, that one's dry as a bone. Sad. That's okay. Oh, what other colors do I want to use on this sugar skull? Because I love sugar skulls so much. So I was happy to find a shaped stone because that makes it even more fun. Let's add maybe a little purple too. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of go for it here. But I think I am going to fill in these eyes with black. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Happy Sunday. Happy first Sunday in October. Hope you're having a great day. I should try and shake off to the side so I don't make the camera shake like it did last week. That was annoying. So I'm going to start by blacking these eyes out. I apologize if I'm sniffly because my head is down and it just kind of happens. And we were outside putting up decorations yesterday, and all of the rabbit brush and the pollen and everything got up my nose, and I was sneezy. And I'm not typically an allergy person, but yesterday it was rough. I took an allergy pill. So I'm anticipating that having my head tipped downward, I might start sniffling. So sorry about that. And I may, just to save this Posca pen, I might just leave this with an outline and I'll fill it in with black paint after we're done, just because I don't want to waste the pen, but I do want the background there just as kind of a guide. And then I think I'm also going to fill in these teeth since I kind of pre-drew them out with a chalk pencil so they were there. I don't get nervous or anything. I was fixing some misspellings yesterday from the Happy Fall Rocks because I think I must have gotten nervous on the live and spelled the y'all wrong. I had the apostrophe in the wrong spot. So those are fixed now. Oh, good. You're having a great day, and painting. Painting makes it a great day, right? I have a bunch that I want to paint. Oh, grandkids. Oh, fun. You and the grandkids are painting. That makes it even more fun. That's awesome. My kids go through phases of when they want to paint, and that's okay. Totally okay with me. Okay, these teeth are all kind of uneven. That's kind of weird. We're already off to a great start. That's okay though. Let's see here. I think this time of year is so fun because it's kind of when all the fun stuff kicks off. Like we have, at least last year, we had decorations up from now until New Year's, basically. Because we were looking for any kind of way to add a little cheer to a crummy year. 2020 was rough, and 2021 has had its share of bumps and weirdness. So we were excited to put up decorations, and we had my husband got a new one. That's a Nightmare Before Christmas one. It's big. It's bigger than he is. 7 feet tall. So it's out there now. Everybody was just happy, I think, to have those go up. So I'm just going to make some flowers around the eyes. This is almost like fingernails on a chalkboard. It's kind of making that weird rough sound and feel, and I can already tell these are going to run into each other because I didn't space my eyes out well enough, but that is just going to have to do. Hi, Catherine. Welcome. It's good to see you again. Hope you're having a good Sunday afternoon. We are doodling on a sugar skull Santorini. I do love sugar skull stuff. I always have. And I think they're fun because you can go really detailed and intricate with them, or you can be kind of simple. Okay, well, they didn't run into each other as bad as I thought they were going to. Sort of, but not too bad. Not completely even. Oh, this neon is not coming through on the camera. It is, maybe if I put it closer. It's much brighter on in real life than it looks on this camera. It's neon for sure. So I'm just going to fill in these flowers. Let's see how we are doing. I don't know how it's Sunday already. I don't really want to go back to work this week, but that's life. Our kids are on fall break this week, so they get a week off in the fall, which is kind of a neat setup, I think. We haven't managed to do it yet, but I think it's a nice time to maybe take a vacation that's not in the typical, summer travel rush or whatever. We've been saving up to go to Disneyland for like almost 2 years now because the pandemic hit, and so we couldn't go as planned. And we've just kind of keep socking a little bit away, and I keep joking with the kids that by the time we ever get to go, we'll be able to stay like in the castle itself because we just keep saving, and it'll be fun though. I just want to go when it's not so much of a hassle, but we'll see. We are a Star Wars family, so everybody's excited about the new Star Wars land, and our littlest has never been to Disneyland, so I think it's going to be really fun because he's 6 and like the perfect age for all of the wonder and fun that exists at Disneyland. But I don't know when we're going to do it. We'll see. But that's okay. All right. Cool. This is kind of weird coming up with my process as I go with people on board because I feel like no pressure, right? Oh, really? I did not know that. It's called Disney Resort now? Is there a difference between the one in Florida and the one in California? Because we would go to the one in California, not Florida. I did not know that. Interesting. I suppose it goes with the times. Everybody's always updating their branding and everything, I guess. But that feels kind of like sad. Like Disneyland's Disneyland. It's like an establishment for life. I don't know. It just seems weird. But I guess Oh, she's going to look it up. Awesome. Yay, because I can't multitask any more than I already am right now. So cool. That's so funny. Interesting. Oh, this blue. This blue is not happy today. I might do some shaking. Do some shaking off the side here and see if we can get it to come back to life. Yeah, these markers are really great. I love that they came in a set with broad tipped and the thin ones. So the thin ones, let me pull one out just so you can see the difference. The thin ones have, let's see, come on, camera, focus. It's more of a pointy, like a fine point for writing. And then if you want to do more coloring, you get these kind of broad tip ones. I'm trying to revive this guy. Okay, it's called Disneyland Resort for California. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Disneyland Resort, and everybody just knows it as Disneyland. That makes sense. Cool. Okay. Cool. Thanks for looking that up. I can't imagine the one in Florida is probably Disney Monopoly, because I stayed near there once for a work conference, and it seemed too big. Like, I don't know how people take a vacation there, because there's so many different things that you can do. There's Epcot and the Animal Kingdom, and there's so many parks there that it's like, I don't know how anybody, I'm wondering if this guy dried up too. I don't know how anybody can do all of that. Like, it makes me tired thinking about it, but people do. So we'll see. This blue one just might not cooperate. I'm not going to waste too much more time if it's not going to give us some love here. Oh, there it goes. Yay. I think. Okay. Yay. I saved it. Saved it. Well, in any case, we're going to go to Disneyland Resort at some point and have some fun with the kids, hopefully. And the adults. It's fun for adults to go there too. I'm not going to lie. Oh, goodness. Are you guys working on anything today? Or are you just sitting back and relaxing? Sitting back and relaxing, there's a lot to be said for that. Lots to be said for that. I don't do it enough. I don't know what I'm writing on the back of. Some kind of instruction book that I probably shouldn't be writing on the back of, but I am. Just go with it. All right. Yeah, what else do I want to do here? Let me see here. Try and add some more color to this. Oh, green's going to be like the blue. It's being difficult. I haven't played with these in a while, so I think that's what's going on. We're having dryness issues. But they are really good. This would be interesting. I should do an experiment when I finish this. And I don't know if we have a black light, but now would be the time to buy one because it's Halloween and they're probably out with all the decorations. But try the neon paint under a black light just to see what it looks like at nighttime. Be kind of cool. All right, let's see. Let's add some of this crazy neon over here. See what we can do. This is kind of a neon orange, I guess. It looks different on the camera. Ah, you're debating between clay or the diamond painting. Yeah, we definitely talked about the diamond painting last week. So cool. With the clay, do you do all of those cool things I keep seeing on Instagram where like people put it together and then they slice it up and like cut it with tiny cookie cutters and make like earrings and things out of it? Do you do that? Or what do you do with the clay? I had no idea that was a thing. It's pretty impressive what people do with them. Microphone cord is in the way here. This is a nice dark neon orange. The colors just don't come through quite as bright in the camera, but I will definitely share a picture of when this is all said and done and resined and sparkly and fun. See how we're doing. I'm going to add a little bit to the eyes. Let's see. I'm going to take some blue, I think. Add some decoration to the eye flowers. This makeup is amazing. The people that do the makeup, I did it once for Halloween like a decade ago. I went to a party with some friends and I did half of my face like a sugar skull, and it was hard, but it was really cool. And then I added like these little lines where it looked like it was stitching it onto my regular face, I guess. Oh, okay. Oh, it's polymer. Okay. See, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I should stay in my craft lane, right? You're going to make a Halloween vase with air dry clay. I didn't know that was a such thing. So instead of having to put it in a kiln, I'm guessing it just dries. How long does that take? Is it like a day? I'm always fascinated since I'm used to like the world of resin and how long that takes, and the lane that I do know. I know nothing about clay, and I feel like I would not be very adept with it. Pottery always impresses me too, what people can do with making with the pottery wheels. Like I would never. I think I would be a big hot mess with those. Ah, Tammy, you were painting turtles and organizing your rock shelf. Rock painting has changed your life. Oh, how cute. I'm in the process of replacing this area where I'm sitting now. It's my desk area, and it's got an L-shaped desk in it now. And I have a standing desk that we're going to put in here that's just not an L. It's just a straight standing desk. And then I found a neat like bookshelf thing that has some storage and then shelves, because I have rocks too that I've collected, or they've been gifted to me, or I got them at paint parties or whatever. I just have them, but they're kind of scattered all over, and we don't really have a good spot to put them. But this thing has shelves on it, so I'm hoping maybe next weekend we can attack getting this thing dismantled and getting that set up so I can put all my rocks kind of in one spot to display. And none of them are really mine. They're all ones that friends or other people from our local group have given me through the paint parties. But yeah, be up for anything, right? I can't wait to retire. I think I will not be the bored person when I retire, because there's plenty to be done. Oh, it doesn't take long to dry in hot, dry California. Yes, I hear you there. That makes sense. Hey, no stomping. Oh, well, there you go. You guys get to see a spelling test that only missed one. Just delivered by a 6-year-old. Thank you.
Wait.
We'll hang it on the fridge, okay?
Wait, which one is it?
What?
Which one did I miss?
Miss what? You missed duck. You forgot the C.
Wait, where?
Okay, what to do with this guy? I'm going to peek. I have another tab open just
K?
for
I missed
some.
the K?
No, the C. Just for a little bit of extra inspiration. Oh, we're missing the nose too. That might be a good thing to add in before we do too much else. So when I do these, I usually do. I will tell him you said that, Tammy. That came out of nowhere. I think he forgot I was on here. When I do sugar skull noses, I usually flip it over and do like a narrow upside down heart for the nose. So I'm doing it with a chalk pencil to start to make sure I get it kind of how I want it. And then just like the eyes, I will fill this in with black paint after we're done. Just because I don't want to waste the Posca pen, but I will get it on here for some balance so I know where it's going to be in the scheme of things. I will fill that in later. What else do we want to add to this sugar skull? We could add some flowers on the cheeks. I like that. Let's see. I'm going to add some flowers in here also. Let's see how we do there. So I am just doodling. This week's tutorial is going to be for breast cancer awareness since it's October. I know Halloween is all the rage, but I also want to put one out towards that because that's a cause near and dear to my heart. All three of my aunts, spanning both sides of my family, had to deal with breast cancer. So it is something that needs attention. All cancer does. Cancer's all of it is stupid. I wish we could figure cancer out. But science is a process, so hopefully they'll get it figured out. But this week's design is pretty actually I'm going to use a different color. Pretty simple and easy, and I think anyone will be able to do it. And so that'll come out Tuesday, probably 7 a.m.-ish my time. I'm on the West Coast, so we'll see. Pending I get it all done. I'm going to be running around a lot this week with the kids on fall break and me not on fall break, and I have to travel to Las Vegas on Thursday, Friday. So I'm going to be a busy little bee. That it does, Tammy. I did, when I still lived in California, I did 2 of the breast cancer 3-day walks, and I did it in San Diego, and you walk a total of 60 miles over 3 days. So basically it's roughly 20 miles a day through San Diego, and you camp out in pink tents with like thousands of other people that are doing it. It was fun. There's fundraising requirements. Like I think you have to raise, at least at that time, it was like $2,000 or $2,500 from donations, and then you go out there and walk, and it's so much fun because the community comes out and like people have signs and they give candy, and some of the restaurants gave out food and Jello shots. Like there was all kinds of stuff. It was a lot of fun. I could see myself doing another one of those in the future someday because it was a lot of fun and for a good cause. Why am I having? I'm having a design block here. Let's see. Let's add a little bit here. I like doodling, and it usually comes pretty naturally to me, but I think there's like this weird pressure that you guys are watching me do it that's making me nervous. That's okay. That is so okay. Just gonna add more color, the better. But I also still want to leave some of the Santorini stone showing through because of that nice sparkle that exists in there. Let's see. Let's add dots. Oh, that's not dry yet. Let's wait. That blue is still a little angry. Let's add some dots to these. I know these are dry. And again, I'll clean up these eyes, the black, after we're off because I didn't bring any black paint over here. And I just, that way it'll be, so the eyes will fill in black there. Oh my goodness, 3 times. Wow, that's amazing. You're a warrior. You're a true warrior, Tammy. I can't imagine. One of the neat things that they did at the end of those that was very special and emotional, even though you may not even know all of them, but they separate, when you get to the end of it, they would separate the survivors from just anyone else that was walking as a supporter. And they got pink shirts and we had white shirts. Like, so everybody puts on their, event shirt, and the survivors all had pink shirts. And so they separated them and held them back, and they kind of filed all of us into the, I guess, like a closing ceremony area. And it's dark by that point, or it's dusk or dark. And so there's lots of like very twinkly lights and everything. And then when they bring the survivors in, they bring them in up on the stage, and everybody else takes off one of their shoes and holds it up in the air. And it was very powerful, very cool. And it's just kind of a way to honor all the survivors and all of those that maybe didn't survive also. So it was a really neat experience. I would definitely love to do that again someday. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I'm trying. I really wish the colors would come through on the camera, because it's not nearly as bright from what I can see on my computer screen to what it looks like in person, but you'll just have to watch for a picture later. I'll put it on the community feed on YouTube, and then usually on YouTube and Facebook also, depending on where you might follow along. Let's do a little green down here. Yes, it was making me kind of choked up too, telling you about it, because it made me think back to it, because it was very, very special, very, very awesome, and a nice way to honor. The first year that I did it, I was by myself both years, which was fine. You just may never know who you're going to end up in a tent with, and for some reason I ended up in a tent by myself both years. I don't know how I managed to pull that off, because it's kind of nice to be able to spread out and not squish. But the first year I did it, I kind of, you kind of start talking to people, and you learn their story and why they're walking. And and a lot of it has to do with maybe your pace too, right? Because San Diego has a lot of hills. People don't realize that. So some of those hills are pretty killer. But I met this lady who was in her 30s. I can't remember exactly where, but she was in her 30s, and she had come from the East Coast. I think she was from North Carolina, and she was a survivor. And she actually got diagnosed when she was like 30 or 31. She was very young, and she was pregnant when she got diagnosed. So it was just like terrifying and devastating and all of those things for her. But she beat it, and she had a healthy baby girl, and we're still Facebook friends to this day. And she was in pharmacy school at the time, which I can't imagine, because that's probably pretty intense studying wise. So she was studying at night in her tent, and her daughter's now in high school, and she was just amazing to me. I can't imagine how scary that must have been. I think it's scary for everyone. But I think a lot of us have a tendency to think that cancer doesn't hit people young, and it does. So she is just the coolest person, and it was really neat to meet someone from far away through that process, and we've stayed in touch ever since, which is kind of cool. I'm just going to add some lines in here for definition. I'm gonna have to come back through and make sure there's no remnants of this chalk pencil, which is pretty easy to do. You just take a damp paper towel and you can get rid of it pretty easily, which is nice. It's very helpful. Let me see. I'm gonna add a little more definition to the flowers with, you guys see me use this a lot in the trying to make the camera focus on it. It's a Sakura Pigma. It's a paintbrush or a brush pen. So this part of it, it's flexible. So it kind of works like a paintbrush, but I use it a lot for fine line detail. So I just want to add some detail around these flower petals so that they're nice and defined. Hopefully. We'll see. Is anybody watching football like they were last week? We're not much of a football family. Probably should be, but we're not. My daughter's a cheerleader this year, so we've gone to a few of the high school games, which is fun. Oh, how am I going to do this squishy thing? We're just a little too close together for comfort, but that is just going to have to work out. But I want to see how they space out before I add the black in on those ones that are touching, because I think what I'm going to do is have one side or the other overlap the other, but I'm not sure which yet. So I'm going to do this other petal too. The Titans are playing today. Aha. I really would like to just curl up and watch Halloween movies all day or something after this, but still have some chores to do. I did do all of the laundry before I came on here, which I did not do last week, so I was proud of myself for that. Got all the laundry done and put away. And then still gotta do some cleaning up. There's a meme that's out there somewhere that I saw that I was like, oh my gosh, there is not a truer statement ever. And it says, trying to clean while you have kids is like trying to brush your teeth while you're eating Oreos. And I feel like that is so true. The little one, man, he just likes to expand his reach of toys, and they just kind of spread out. They start out in his room, and then all of a sudden they are in the entire house, everywhere, even when he's not playing with them. So it's a constant reminder from us, hey, you gotta put those away. Those go in your room. They don't belong out here. Okay, so we did a little overlap. I think that worked out. That might work out. I'm glad you laughed at my joke. I think it's funny because it's true, right? That's usually the way it goes. Hi, Jess. You made it in while we're live. Yay, I'm so glad you're here. Glad you made it. And I have a little bowl of Halloween puppy chow sitting next to me, but I'm not going to crunch in your guys' ear because my daughter made some right before we hopped on, and it looks delicious, but not. Oh, she wants me to show it to you, or she's going to stick her hand in. Go ahead. It's got rice checks, chocolate, white chocolate, and candy corn. All kinds of yum. That's okay. It's okay to be late. And these always replay. That's the benefit of YouTube, I guess, is they're always here for more consumption whenever you can get to them. That's the nice part. I've been trying to post about these at least a couple days in advance, because we've had people from other countries that are on a completely different time zone. Like in my head, I was mainly thinking about the different time zones in the US. I hadn't even originally thought about there might be other countries involved. And try to pick a time that works for like kind of middle range for any time zone in the US. But I try and post a couple of days ahead of time just so you know it's going to happen if you want to be here for the live to actually chat. Yes, it's sitting here teasing me. Like she literally put it right on the side of the thing, not thinking about the fact that I don't want to chew in your guys' ear, because it's bad enough that I'm probably sniffling in your ears. So it's my treat afterwards. This black is definitely making this thing come to life a little bit, giving it a little more definition. I like this a lot. Just giving it a little more pop. Now my head's spinning going, where's the glitter paint gonna go? Where else can we make it pop? I like that. The black definitely makes a difference. Probably makes it a little clearer for you guys to see too. All right, let's see here. So you can see that you can do thicker or thinner lines. I kind of did that a little thicker on purpose because some of the marker was, the orange was overlapping onto the green. But if you just put a little more pressure and it makes the pen, like the part that feels kind of like a paintbrush, lay down a little bit more and it's thicker. Or you can use the very tip of it and make it a really fine line. So that's why I like these. They're a little bit pricey, but they do last me quite a while. The glitter, there's glitter. I brought it, whether I use it or not. I did bring this stuff. I think is probably one of my favorite things because it goes with everything. It's just iridescent and kind of see-through, I guess. It's not too opaque, and it just goes with whatever you put it on. Sniffle, sneeze. Oh my gosh, you should have heard me yesterday. It was awful. Our neighbors probably heard me yesterday. And I'm not usually the allergy one of the family, but man, it got me. We have this rabbit brush here, the specific type of sagebrush, and this is when it blooms and it gets in your nose and tries to ruin your life. It's rough. I think it's been cumulative because we were out at the football game when she was cheering and it's all out there around the stands, and then being out in the yard yesterday trying to get the decorations up, and it just was a little berserk. Okay, I like the black around even the small stuff, so I'm going to go around these also. Oops. Let's see here. I think that makes it look nice and sharp anyways. Oh goodness. This might be one I don't very often keep my own rocks. I barely ever do. But these darn Santorini shaped ones that I've gotten recently are pretty fun. I did give away one of the moons that we did a couple weeks ago. But I like Sugar Sculpt a lot. Like I might want to keep this one. I think, did I order a coffin from her? I don't remember if I did. I'm gonna have to go look at all my stuff. Last year I ordered some coffins that were probably about this big, and they were so much fun. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I did alcohol inks on those, and there's a video. I'll have to share it this week maybe, but they were so much fun and they were so cute, and I gave all of those away. I was good. But the shapes are just fun. I hope one of the people I go from does like ornaments at Christmas, where I got some last year from a gal in Utah that they were round. Some of them were round, some of them were kind of shaped like different Christmas ornaments, but she drilled a hole in them so you actually could put ribbon, and they weren't so huge. You know, they weren't too heavy to like actually hang on the tree once I did them. So I gave them as gifts to my coworkers, which was nice. But let's see, just evening this up and then I'll fill it in later with the black. But it's starting to come together a little bit. We should make the teeth shiny with glitter. That would be funny. Let's see here. I feel like I still need something, but I'm not sure what. What else to add to this guy? Gal. It's probably a gal. Or it could be a guy. I don't know. I'm gonna peek at my other tab for some inspiration. Oh, Tammy, you want to try the alcohol ink? I will have to share some videos with you because I don't have a ton on them, but I have one that really came out pretty on the Santorini. So I mostly, actually that's all I've done it on, is the Santorini stones, because you can kind of go directly on it. Oh, thanks. I've done it where you like drop it on and then blow it with a straw, which I've learned is a little bit too intense for me, because Santorinis are kind of porous, so it will soak up that alcohol ink. So I kind of enjoy dabbing it on with a sponge, or with a paintbrush even. You can kind of dilute it in a little paint tray with regular rubbing alcohol and then dab it on, which is fun. But the nice thing about it, if you do it that way, like with a sponge or with the paintbrush, is that this sparkle sometimes will show through the alcohol inks, because it's almost like a translucent bit of color. So they are fun. I haven't done it in a while, so I probably should come back to it and give it a try. Come up with another design or something, maybe for the holidays. Oh, I know what I'm missing. Okay. I'm going to, oh, the one my daughter and I did, that was actually a paint pour. So that was just regular acrylic paint. And we're still experimenting with all of that. We're still learning. But it was fun. I did another one kind of randomly the other night while I was waiting for my husband to get home from work. And I did black and orange and green, kind of like Halloween colors. And I did better with it. I didn't go quite as thin. And I used my craft gun with heat to try and blow out the bubbles and get some of the cells, because I got that acrylic paint oil stuff. And so that created some of those weird cells, is what they're called. It's kind of like the paint bubbles through. It was very cool. So I just need to figure out the air bubble situation, because I seem to get air bubbles still even after I put the craft gun over it. And I actually wonder if it's the apple barrel paint pouring medium, because I think that's probably on the cheaper side. I've yet to see anybody that uses that stuff. It seems like everybody, actually still have it sitting here. I ordered some of this. This is what everybody else seems to use, this Floetrol. And so I haven't tried this yet, but this seems to be like the common thread for people that do it on rocks and do it on canvases. They use that. So we'll see. I'm going to keep playing with it, but I want to play with it a little bit more before I put out anything tutorial-ish on it, because I don't feel like I have a handle on it just yet to try and tell you or anyone else what the process is, like that it works. So there will be more. I'm envisioning like a peppermint pour for Christmas, like red and white. I could see that being really fun. Let's see here. All right. I'm going to just add some fun accents on this now. We'll see how it goes. I cannot rave about these pens enough. They're so handy for doing kind of flowy little details like this. And there is something to be said about being able to hold something like a pen or a pencil, right? Because we're all pretty used to writing. We may not be artists that have had a paintbrush in our hands, but we have to write our name on things. We have to sign our name on things. So we're used to holding a pen or a pencil. So I think that's one of the draws for paint pens in general, why people like them, right? If you feel intimidated by doing paintbrushes, that's what it's all about. Hello, Shannon. She's our paint pouring expert. Let's see. All right. Okay, I kind of like that little flowy line that we just did. So I think I'm going to add some coming down off the sides and down into here. Also, and here's the challenge of the day is if I can do that line even on both sides. Probably not. But who's judging? Who's judging? It doesn't have the same curve to it. Of course, it doesn't have the same curve to it. That's okay. We'll fix it with our little accents. So Shannon's taking a break too. Aha. Everybody's entitled to a break. I did that last night. I was gonna finish up the video for Tuesday. I still have to finish up the design a little bit, but I was very tired. So I just sat on the couch and watched, caught up on some shows with my husband and relaxed. And then I was like, I need to go to bed now. I'm tired. So I will finish up that probably after this. I'll finish up that other design. There is something to be said for just sitting and vegging. And unfortunately, I don't think our culture values like chilling out and resting very much. It's always about the hustle and the bustle and the, I don't know, crushing it. You always hear all those phrases everywhere. And sometimes we just need to sit and chill. Although I think sometimes maybe the pandemic has helped us realize that for some people, if they had to slow down, if they were, if you had to quarantine and stick at home for a bit and you didn't have to work from home, that maybe it made you slow down and realize. I still had to work, but I was working from home and doing the homeschooling thing with the little guy, but it definitely made me think, like, what is the rat race for? We should all be painting rocks all day long. What is wrong with people? All right. I think I'm done with adding too much design to this. Just checking to see if there's anywhere else I want to add something. I might add a few more black lines. Let's see. Into here. Look kind of like the centers of flowers. So Shannon wants to know what kind of pens I'm using and if they are acrylic pens. So yes, these ones are acrylic. Let's see if I can get everything in the frame. So these are Doodle Art. Oh, it's not focusing very well, but it's a neon acrylic paint set. And so this is kind of a lot of people use the Posca pens for rocks. And so this is another brand. And I am such a dork that I get stuck in my ways. And so Posca was the first paint pen I'd ever used. So that's what I used forever and ever. And then I was like, what is this Doodle Art people are talking about? And so I got a regular set of theirs and I really liked it. And then when I saw these neon ones, I was like, I need to have that. And so I really like these. And the thing I was saying earlier is that they come in a broad tipped and a fine tipped, all in the same set. So you get both. You can kind of see them in there, the big ones and the little ones. And so they're just like a Posca, shake them up, prime them, burp it. And I really like them. I like the colors in these, and they are more affordable than Posca's. I can't remember how much I paid for this. I will link it in the description after we get off. I want to say it was closer to $30, but I'm not sure. But there's 24 pens in it, and like I said, it's the broad tipped and the thin, because these thin ones, I haven't even really busted into them, but they're really good for doing like small detail or writing if you wanted. And the broad tip is mostly what I've been using here. will fill in the big details. But they're bright and they're pretty. I have heard that this particular set will fade in the sun. I have not tested that myself, but I have read that. So let me look. I'm going to look now because it's going to bug me that I can't remember what the price is. So I'm going to peek on another tab and I'll tell you. Let's see. But Thule Art makes all different kinds of paint pens, the different size tips. Here it is. So yeah, it's on Amazon. It's $29.99 right now if you were to go to it. So they are a little pricier, but you're getting 2 different sizes, which is not something that Posca typically does with their paint pens. You don't see multiple sizes. So it's all about the price and trying them. It is because the Poscas are pricey. I'm going to post it in a link to it in the chat, and then I'll also link it in the description after we're done here. And like, to me, like, put it on your Christmas list if you don't want to like invest in them yourself in the moment, you know. And we go through this all the time, my husband and I, where we don't need anything, right? When the holidays come around or birthdays or whatever, we don't need anything. But we've come to the list making phase where you just like, let's go ahead and let each other know what we'd like, and it's maybe something we wouldn't buy for ourselves. So maybe this goes on your holiday wish list. Tell Santa will bring it. But I can tell you that I really do like them. I just can't speak for how they hold up in the sun. I could see why they might fade because they're neon and kind of lighter, brighter. So I could see that could be an issue. So maybe what I'll do, that's giving me a video idea. Maybe I could do it kind of like a product review, almost like I did with the UV resin, and I tested the UV resin versus the art resin in the sun to see what would happen with the yellowing. Hold on, I need a drink. Oh my gosh, my water bottle just spit all over the thing. That's embarrassing. But maybe I could do that. Maybe I can do a test. I have some tiny little stones that I could put some of these on and then put them out in the sun and just see how they hold up. Yes, I still believe in Santa. I love it. Me too. We all do. This house is a Santa house. You and your husband just tell each other and then you buy it and call it. Yep. That's kind of how it is, right? Like, I mean, although I have to say my husband's really good because we often use the Amazon feature of, where you can make like a wish list and just share it with each other, but he will, take it a step further. I think he thinks about what I put on there and then he'll look for other things that are related and go from there. He's a good gift giver. He's very thoughtful. So lots of paint supplies that come my way from him. I think I am going to add a little glitter to this at this point. So we'll go ahead and make that. I will write that down. I could actually put it into action today even to get them out there, because I did leave the resin ones out there for 30 days in the direct sunlight because I wanted to see how they would hold up with just weather and sunlight. And it was interesting. And I have another another UV resin that I'm going to try that was suggested to me by Amazon. And I don't know if it's going to be, how it's going to hold up, if it'll be as good as the Mr. resin that I used. I'm going to put some extra sparkle in these little guys. Because the Mr. resin works well. It cures good in the sunlight or the UV light quickly. But the price went up on it. I got it when it was like affordable, and now all of a sudden, I don't know if like the word got out about it and they raised their prices, but it's gotten where it's not as affordable. And so this other one was more affordable, and I was like, well, Amazon suggested it and let's try it. And then I'll probably do a video about that just to share the experience, because I imagine if I'm seeing it, on Amazon, you might be getting that suggestion, or other rock painters might be getting that suggestion. And if it's crummy, we should, let people know so they don't waste their money. But all right, where else should I put the glitter? What do you guys think? Thinking maybe on those dots on the flowers might be a good spot, since I didn't go around them with the black. That might be a good idea. Yes, a lot of people found this hobby, I think, because of quarantine, which is cool. I mean, however somebody finds it, I think is cool. We definitely had a surge of it in our local area, and I posted the other day that I stopped for apples on Friday night, and our Walmart, I don't go, if I go in Walmart, I go in the craft aisle, like where the craft paint is. Like it's part of the trip. And so I went down there just to see, I don't know, I was thinking with the paint pouring, you use the paint up a lot quicker, those little 50-cent bottles. So I was like, what else could I grab if I wanted to do more of that? And the paints are looking kind of sparse again. Like they were all not shelved in the right colors because there was a whole lot of the colors missing. And it looked a lot like the early pandemic days. And I've been, let's see, there's no paint at Michael's either. Yeah. And I've been hearing, like my husband sent me an article a couple weeks ago that like the toilet paper thing might be a thing again soon. And I've been hearing about the supply chain interruptions, and that, Christmas shipping might be an issue for people. And like, I hear it and I logically can digest that. But of course, it didn't really hit home until I saw the paint aisle and it was all sparse. Like I should be worried about toilet paper and meat probably, but no, if the craft paint is missing, that's my crisis. Or maybe not my crisis, but it's just where it kind of like hit home, like, oh, this might be happening again, and that's a bummer, So we'll see what happens. They did have quite a bit on the upper shelf, like where they store all the stuff. And I'm not going to lie that I, climbed up to reach some red paint in preparation for the holidays if we're headed that direction of supply issues again. Yep, you got to go to the art section, right? Like, it's impossible not to. Definitely. Oh no, you went to Kroger yesterday and the toilet paper was low. Oh, that's so disappointing. So disappointing. I hope we don't end up, people are hoarding. If that's the reason that it's short, that's even more frustrating. Like, I feel like I understand if there's issues with the supplies because, people can't get the manufacturers can't get the things they need to make the whatever the products are, and farmers are hurting, and like I get that, but if people are just hoarding, that's just messed up. That's unfortunate. I think we have enough toilet paper here by accident, because if we go to Costco without telling the other one, and I think we did that once and we both got toilet paper. So I think we have like 2.5 of the Costco size ones. So we might be okay. And I don't want to hoard more. I know that was an issue. One of my coworkers is during the heart of the first wave of this thing, or whatever wave it was, she had a baby and she had the same problem with diapers, which is terrible. Not everybody can do the whole cloth diapering thing, I think. And I think some daycares won't deal with that. They want the disposable ones. So let's see here. A little bit of sparkle to this thing. Let's see. Maybe this little heart right here. Oh, my hand's getting shaky. Embarrassing. It needs Halloween puppy chow mix, that's why. We'll call it low blood sugar shaking because I'm craving this puppy chow that's sitting next to me. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Let's see. I feel like we could use a little more glitter. I think I might do on these flowers the, maybe not that one because it's got the dots, but the centerpieces. And we might call it good after this because sometimes less is more. Overdoing sometimes gets me in trouble. Okay, so I have a to-do list leaving this live because I have to do some neon paint and see how they survive in the sun. Let's see here. Oh goodness, you had a 1-year-old in diapers during the height of the pandemic. Oh my gosh, that's so frustrating. Ugh. I finally decided to upgrade my phone. We're not the people that upgrade their phones the moment that we can, but I decided I was going to upgrade because I've had this one for a while and it's what I make all the videos with. I don't think people right, in potty training you cannot force that, right? Like it's not an easy thing. So I decided to upgrade my phone and I did all my homework to see where I could get the best deal, and it was actually not through the phone carrier. It was through Samsung itself. So we are not an iPhone family. Don't disown me, but that's not us. We like our Samsungs. But the best deal was directly through Samsung. So I ordered it in like early to mid-September, and it was supposed to get here tomorrow, actually. And then I just checked it the other day, and it's been delayed till October 26th now. And I'm wondering if it's going to get delayed again. And I think it's because they're having trouble with all of the chips, like I know our IT at work has had trouble getting computer stuff and monitors and new computers. They're all delayed and back ordered because the chips are not caught up. So I'm assuming that must be what's happening with the phone too. And I was like, man, at this rate, maybe I should just cancel it and wait, because the next model will probably be out, but I don't need the latest and greatest model. But this one that I got does have really superior, yay, there's another non-Apple user. It has a superior camera. So I am excited about that, having a camera that can, up the game a little bit and hopefully make these live streams a little better. I can't figure out what I want to do with these because I need to research how other people do it. Or if you guys are fine with this, we're fine with this. It doesn't have to be maybe super crisp and clean. It's not terrible. It's not as bad as when I first started. So we'll just keep experimenting, and you guys are so appreciated for showing up and hanging out and doing it, because it is fun. I like being able to interact with you guys. That's the one thing on YouTube that I think maybe I'm just used to it because rock painting is very visible and active on like Facebook, right? With all the local groups, and there's a lot of interaction because you can comment and you can post pictures, and I miss that piece on the YouTube side of it. So I think this is kind of a unique way that's different than the normal social media interactions. So I'm going to let that glitter dry and then probably go over the black around the blue one more time because the glitter got on it a little bit. But let's see. You hate your phone. You switched from Samsung. Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, the hypertension and hyperglycemia. Oh my goodness. That sounds really tough. Really, really tough. Yeah, you definitely have to find your balance of rest and activity and eating properly. The older I get, I'm starting to notice the Oh, a Galaxy Note. Okay, you had a Note. Got it. I noticed the older I get that what I put in makes a big difference in how I feel and being active. I've been trying to go for a walk every day at work on my lunch hour, and it really does help. It helps your mood, and I think the sunshine helps. Like, there's all kinds of positives to it, I think, but and here I go overdoing it with the glitter again. I'm coming back to add more sparkle to these dots. It never ends. Okay. I think we're just about done with this guy. I will fill in the black that I did not bring over here with me on the eyes and the nose, and then I will resin this puppy and get a picture so you guys can see the finished product. Hi. Well, that's kind of what it's looking like.
Mommy?
Yes, Sam.
Your live is on YouTube.
Why? What?
Your live is on YouTube.
Yes, it is.
Can I watch it?
Yeah, you probably could, actually.
Wait, would I hop on?
No, you would just be watching. Do you want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. Oh, no! And there went the puppy chow. Oh, my goodness. He was trying to climb up here to say hi to you guys, and my puppy chow just went all over the floor. Oh. Never a dull moment in this house, you guys. Jess, you should definitely order some. It's an investment, but they are fun, especially like if you know you're going to give them for gifts. They are a lot of fun. Oh, fun. Hi, Justine. You're Shannon Shack's daughter. You're the one that does the pours with her. That's so cool. Welcome. All right. Yeah, the puppy chow is on the floor. It's on top of the dog's little relaxing little soft house and the floor. Oh.
More than on the floor than Benji's house.
Oh my goodness.
Let's say hi.
Yes, you can say hi now because we're about to sign off. Say hi.
Hi.
So we're going to go ahead and get
My
this.
name is Sammy.
Okay, that's enough.
We're about to log off.
We're about to log off. You're right. We're going to go get this thing.
We're going to go buy some noses.
Noses?
Yeah,
Oh,
and we're going to eat ice tonight.
that sounds like very Halloween-y. I'm going to fill these in with black.
Well, we already put up our Halloween decorations. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween treat.
There we go.
And I hope you guys have a good time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my goodness. Tammy said hello. Somebody's getting a giggle out of you.
Who? Who is it?
Oh my goodness, you guys. All right. I think this is my cue that
Oi.
time has expired.
Oh,
So we're going to go ahead and sign off, finish this guy up, and I will share a picture so you guys can see. So thanks for stopping by. It was fun hanging out with you guys this Sunday. Shush. We will see you next week. The tutorial will be out on Tuesday. All right, everybody have a great day. Bye.